All right, here we are.
Right. Got a little bit of feedback.
Hmm.
Are you hearing that?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Is it just from me or from you or?
As soon as we went live, so I'm not sure.
Okay, I'm gonna switch microphones too.
Okay.
All right, let's welcome everybody in.
Okay, welcome everyone. Welcome to this week's live cast, The Quantum Power of Your Beliefs and Abundance. The world is in a state of evolution, not physical evolution. Humans are not going to evolve into something different. The evolution that we really are experiencing now is an evolution of consciousness. The consciousness that has in the past separated us as individuals. A consciousness that has been programmed with a belief that life must be a struggle and that we're separate and separate from one another and separate from nature and separate from spirit and the infinite source. We are not. And in today's world, there's a new understanding that the evolution is an evolution of consciousness, an evolution of an expansion of we are more than just these physical entities. These are not hidden secrets meant for a certain class of people. They're laws of the universe available for you and anyone who desires to participate. Today, this is one of those laws.
Okay, so we are diving into the quantum power of beliefs and abundance today. So let's start with this. We believe you showed up to this stream because your blueprint for abundance isn't bringing you all that you hoped for yet. And we are constantly reminding you all that there are an abundance of synchronicities that are occurring on a moment to moment basis for reality to be sustained. So, this is what we call sync portals. It's a perfect reason for you to stick around and join us for this episode of Hacking the Infinity Matrix, episode number 80, Quantum Power of Beliefs and Abundance. Now, some people have asked if there will be a replay. I noticed in the comments, yes, there will be replay. If you join our private group, you'll be able to get access to this and past live streams until we move them to a membership portal, which is going to happen in the next little while. Okay. You can join by going to facebook.com/groups/ let me just put on the Infinity Matrix. Let me just throw it on. There we go.
There we go.
All right. So you can just go there and fill out the 3 entry questions, and you'll get access. Okay, so that's how you get it. So now trust me when I say you will get more out of this stream if you commit to participating instead of just being a bystander, sitting in the bleachers, watching the game go by. Okay. What does that mean? Well, it means to go ahead and, if at all possible, turn off any distractions and give us your attention just for a little while. Listen and deeply consider the content today and how it relates to or doesn't relate to you. And to make sure that you're paying attention, we'll ask you from time to time to respond in the chat. Okay. So let's start with you telling us in the comments, where are you chiming in from? What's your city and what's the country? You know what? Let's even add a little bit of fun to it. How about you also tell us something your city or country has an abundance of? So, for example, I'm in Western Canada, just outside Vancouver, in BC, British Columbia, and we have an abundance of mountains and trees. Okay, so go ahead and tell us about your city, country, and abundance that's around you right now. And think about it. Think about it right now. What if you were handed a set of tools or a step-by-step process to alter your abundance blueprint? And I'm not just talking about rah-rah, hype you up, type of motivation stuff and then send you on your way. Because if you've listened to any of our stuff over the last couple of years, you know that's not us. Okay. I mean the kind of stuff that sets up roots in your mind and when applied could change your entire life from here on out. And the thing is, your life doesn't even have to suck right now. You could just be in a place where you know in your gut, at your core, that there is more for you to experience, more for you to express, more for you to enjoy in your life. But you just haven't figured it out yet. Some of you are secretly or not so secretly desperate for some kind of spiritual life raft so you can have freedom from depression or a final escape from the panic, anxiety, and sadness that's in the world. And those are things that come from the heaviness of lack in life. Okay? And if you're feeling any of that, go ahead and type in #freedom in the comments. All right? Let us know if you're feeling any of that. If you want that freedom, if you want to have that full expression of the abundance that you are. Okay? And when you can unlock the gateways to the quantum realm of infinite possibilities and then welcome the abundance you deserve into your reality, amazing things can happen. You could heal yourself. You can have that sense of security you've yearned for. What you do, who you do it with, takes on a different zest for life. Who you show up or as for yourself and for others, all those around you. It's like a magical metamorphosis. And others don't even have to know what you've done, but they'll know something has happened. Because wherever you go, you just vibrate radiance and vitality of your most empowered and confident self. It'll literally ripple into every corner of your life. And you'll truly feel unstoppable. I mean, the reality is there was no lesson in school, right? There was no class you could take or sign up for. There was no children's books or fables, at least that I know of. There was no wise person who sat you down to fill you in on this life-altering truth. And that is the quantum power of your beliefs will either shut you out of the universal abundance vault, or it will pick the lock and swing the doors wide open for you to enjoy. If you're wanting, and if you're ready for some locks to be picked, some lock picking and door swinging, go ahead and give me a #abundance in the chat.
Oh, that's pretty good. All right, so here's how it plays out. I'm walking across the parking lot. Oh, this is about a week ago. And I come across a penny in the middle of the parking lot. And I stop, pick it up, and I say to myself, money's just falling from the sky. I am abundance. And then the next week, I'm walking across a crosswalk, and lo and behold, there's a coin in the middle of the street, in the crosswalk. What an odd place to see money just laying around. And it confirms to me that money is everywhere. I am truly abundance. I radiate abundance. And, and many of you might be thinking, God, dude, it's just a penny. It's just a coin. And you're right. Physically, it is. But when you think like that, you limit your thinking. You only see a small, ever so small piece of the grand design, and you minimize your place in that plan. So I'm going to finish the story. So the first coin I picked up, I grasped it tightly in my hand and appreciated the event and added it to my own energetic wellspring. The second one I couldn't pick up because I was walking my dogs, and stopping in the middle of the street could have had some of its own consequences. So safety first. However, however, I still mentally picked it up. I still mentally appreciated the event. I still added its energy to my own energetic wellspring. And recognize that these two moments as what we call sync portals, as Gary said earlier. So when I recognize that this is a sync portal, it creates anticipation and intention and expectation of things to come. And it did. All into what transpired 2 days later into a very large windfall that came into my sphere. Now, do you think that this would have happened if on both occasions I simply said, nah, it's just a penny? How do you think that would be interpreted by the Matrix? How would it be received and reflected back to me? Now, understanding that the infinity matrix does not comprehend the value of the coin, only its energy and my energy towards it. This is abundance on the quantum level, a part, a piece of your whole intertwining thread throughout this cosmic tapestry. So that leads me to think, so is money abundance? Well, as defined by the dictionary, money in itself is a medium that can be exchanged for goods and services and is used as a measure of their values on the market, including among its forms a commodity such as gold, an officially issued coin or note, or deposit in a checking account or other readily liquefiable accounts. Nevertheless, I'm sure what you're interested in is how does the infinity matrix define or respond to money? Well, to a point, it doesn't. However, it does respond to your energy around money and wealth, your emotional and energetic attachment, your desires, and of course, your actions. And as many of the things like that we've discussed here thus far, money is a symbol of energy, which is the point of my earlier story. It has a singular purpose to it. Money, as it in itself, is not energy. It is a physical representation of the energy of abundance. The energy expelled in creating and acquiring it, including the energy of spending it. Only your definitions of money prevent you from experiencing it in your life. There's absolutely nothing inherent in the idea of abundance or the experience of money that is difficult to attain. Only your definitions, or those which you have conditioned into a belief, make it seem to be beyond your reach.
Yeah, and this is where the quantum power of beliefs come in. Before I jump into that, though, I just want to, because we're doing the stream a little differently today, I actually can't post the comments into the stream here to the software for some reason. So I just wanted to go through some of them. So we've got India, we've got Pennsylvania, we've got Newcastle, we've got Ukraine, we've got plenty of rain here in UK, abundance of rain.
I'm gonna throw mine out.
Yeah, Seattle's has
Coffee.
bodies of water.
I got water and I got
Singapore.
coffee.
Someone's Rajan is from Singapore, currently in New Jersey. Seattle, Washington. Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Abundance of farmland. Awesome.
Okay.
Peru. We got Carmen from Peru. Abundance of freedom in Ukraine. And Germany, we've got, wow, we got everywhere today. That's awesome. Margaret, UK, Singapore, wow, and a bunch of abundance. So yeah, this is where the quantum power of beliefs come in, because those definitions that Ross is talking about, those definitions you adopted or developed over the years become an intricate root system for the beliefs you claim to be true about abundance in your reality. Okay, and most people think that beliefs are hard to change. Okay, give me a hashtag hard or hashtag easy if you think beliefs are easy or beliefs are hard to change. Hashtag hard if you think they're difficult, if they're hard, if that's what you've grown up with and that's what your experience is, or hashtag easy if for you find that they can just kind of shift and alter and adjust like that. Okay, hashtag hard or hashtag easy, because most people are taught and have experiences that let them think that beliefs are hard to change. All right, so some people are saying easy, good.
Mm-hmm.
And good, there's a few of you saying easy, great.
Great.
Most people in our experience, they have a difficult time changing their belief systems. I'm going to go through a little bit of why here, because in reality, beliefs are not just static as you may think. Okay, they're not as static as you may think they are. Well, somebody says very hard. So, of course, when you have a belief, it can seem rigid and hardwired, but the way the infinity matrix is set up, beliefs actually have cycles they go through. Did you know that? Did you know that there's cycles that our belief systems go through, and each phase of the cycle can vary in length due to a variety of different factors. But we're not going to talk about all the factors today, but we are going to talk about what those cycles and those phases are. Okay? The first phase of a belief is the non-existent phase. Okay? It's the stage where it just doesn't exist yet for you. It's in the field of potentiality, in the quantum realm of infinite possibilities. Okay? That's where they all start from. And then the second phase is a stage where we want to believe. Okay? Something slips through the quantum veil into reality, and you get exposed to it in some way. It appeals to some aspect of who you are. So you start to develop a desire to believe it's true for you. So you find references or evidence to build your case until you get to the next phase. And phase 3 is open to belief, where you're open to believe. And this is where you've gathered up enough facts to then be fully open to letting go of any existing or conflicting belief, so that you create space for this new one to take up residence. And once any old or conflicting belief is cleared out, then comes phase 4. And this is where phase 4 is the currently believing. Okay, it's where you currently believe it. And this is where you're actually living out the belief. You build confidence in that belief as being completely true. And in order to do this, you completely shut out from conflicting references or evidence. And the longer you hold on to that belief, the more it gets attached to your identity of who you believe yourself to be. And it works its way into what you think you are, or or are not capable of doing. It alters your thoughts and your behaviors, and ultimately the reality you experience in the world around you. And while you have the belief, you don't feel that reality could be any other way if or until something occurs and bumps you into phase 5, which is open to doubt. And this is where there's either a steady stream, a trickle of conflicting evidence that just plugs away or taps away at it, that you just get to a point where it can't be ignored, or a major discrepancy in your deepest priority or value system occurs, and it makes you question the validity of that belief. And if either or both of those things continue long enough, you move into the last phase or the final cycle, which is number 6, used to believe. Okay? And this is where the belief that you had doesn't work for you anymore. It no longer holds on to you, and you are no longer attached to keeping it. So it starts to fizzle out. And a new belief is there to a new belief to take its place, is on the horizon, because the cycle starts over again, and you go back to phase 1 with the new potential belief, but it starts in the non-existent phase, and then it goes through those phases again. Okay? And as we go through these phases of transformation, we're constantly looking back to see what was important and true for us, and what's true for us, and that's no longer the case. You look at that belief, say, "Oh, that's no longer the case for me." You come into full recognition that you used to believe that thing, and it was absolutely certain at that time and important, but now it's different. Okay? And a way to think about beliefs is that they are nothing but a temporary waiting room for a reality experience that your spiritually evolving life force is sampling for a while. And some choose to sample certain beliefs with their whole life to get it full, top to bottom, inside out experience in this lifetime, so they don't sway from it. Once they get there, they stay there, and that's what had happened for certain beliefs. Okay, but they all go through these phases. And when it comes to money and abundance, it's important to consider the waiting room you're in and which phase of your beliefs are around you in that waiting room. And the beliefs around money and abundance. Maybe you need to be in the want to believe or open to believe phases. Or perhaps you realize it's time to get out of the old and be more open to doubt in the ones that you've held on to and held you back. And this is where your definitions around money can start to change.
Exactly. Very well said. So now let me repeat again. Your definitions of money prevent you from experiencing it in your life. There is absolutely nothing inherent in the idea of abundance or the experience of money that is difficult to attain. Only your definitions, or those that you have conditioned into a belief, make it seem to be beyond your reach. So, to be clear, money is a form of abundance, but not abundance in itself. So let's go down a quick little rabbit hole of a belief system about money. And some of this may sound familiar to you. Um, let's see. Money doesn't grow on trees. What does that imply? It's a belief system. Okay. I'm sure everyone's heard it at one point or another. It implies scarcity of money, that it's not readily available. It's not all around us, that it's hard to get. Well, it's kind of an oxymoron because there's trees everywhere. Matter of fact, a recent study shows that there's actually more trees now than there were 20 years ago. So, but regardless, though, it's implied that it just is not. It just you just can't pick it off the trees. Okay, we're just going to stick with that for a moment. Money is the root of all evil. Now, that's a defined, learned negative definition. Yes,
Let us know
money.
if you've heard any of these in your life,
Yeah.
right?
So money can be used for evil. Yes, it can. But why? Why do we as a society, define it in such a way? Hmm. So here's another one. Money has no value. It's simply a measurement. Well, that's because somebody just read the dictionary, which what I said earlier. Okay, it's just a measurement. Okay, it's a way of basically a way of trade. Okay, instead of me giving you um, a rock for your services, I'm going to give you money that you can actually use in numerous places. Money is a tool for growth and prosperity. I kind of like that one. Okay, I do. I like that one a lot. But what is yours? What is your definition of money? Put it down in the comments. Let us know. And depending on which definition that you hold to be true and steady, then a consistent feeling of that definition of money will show itself in every way that you will allow it in the moment.
Yeah.
And hence the coins on the ground. Just so you understand, although money is abundance, abundance is not money. So pop your definitions into the comments, and we'll review those in a little bit. So money is only one of many forms of abundance, and in no way should be considered the only form of abundance. So for that person, and I know you're out there, that person who just thought to themselves, well, with enough money, I can buy all the abundance that I need. Not really. You really, really can't. You really can't buy the really important things. You really can't buy happiness, nor love, or joy, or friendships. And to some degree, you can't buy health. The purchased versions of these forms of abundance, I call them facades. They're baseless and they're fleeting, empty of energy and substance. We spend a whole day on this in this month's premier master lab: money, abundance, spirituality, and the 10 laws to having all you could ever want. So to get details on this training, type in hashtag masterlabs in the comments, and we'll send you a direct message through Messenger about the details. So let's see now what I'm going to look at a couple of definitions of people. Money is the instrument that shows the value of your contribution. Very nice. Very, very good. Money is an energy I can direct towards growth and wisdom and happiness. Good. I choose to be happy with, oops. I choose to be happy with, okay, hang on a second. Now they're all just flowing in. I can't keep them track. We're going to get to those a little bit later. So with this, let me share another quick story. And you'll see kind of progression of the different phases in this particular story that Gary talked about. So, and some of you may have heard this before. So when I was very young, my parents, although not poor in any sense, fought and fought over money. There was always food on the table, and there was always clothes on my back, and a roof over my head, and heat in the house. But they would yell and scream about the bills, the spending, and how everything was connected to money and their problems. And this went on for so much, so long. I would sit in the corner crying with my hands over my ears, just simply wishing it would stop. I couldn't stand the yelling. It just hurt my soul. So, with this short little stint, how do you think I defined money? You're absolutely right. I was taught to literally hate money. It was the cause of my parents' unhappiness. It was the reason my brothers left home. It was the cause of the fracturing of our family. And so naturally, as I grew older and started making money, I made only what I needed and no more. Or I spent it as fast as I made it. Yuck. Get this cause of my pain out of here. It came in and it just went right back out. It says, I don't want it. In essence, my phases, my conditioning was complete. I didn't see it as a tool. I didn't see it as a benefit. And it was definitely not something I wanted to save. I simply defined it as pain. It may have well has had thorns coming out of it, my hands bleeding. And there was a time I remember so clearly when I looked at my bank account, which was growing, and actually thought to myself, because it got to a particular level, I actually thought to myself, it's time for something bad to happen. That was how conditioned I was. That was the moment that I realized that I had a belief system that simply was not serving me. I recognized the pattern that I had developed. And once I dealt with the root issues around my hate of money, I no longer feared it either. But nor do I love money. They're both attachments that resonate their own non-productive frequency. What I did was to learn and understand the nature of its energy. And like nature, I began to work with the natural cycles around money. Its flow, the flow of money out and the flow of money in. It's a cycle, and it's an important cycle. From there, I became determined to reverse my beliefs, and I studied the laws of attraction and abundance and the psychology of wealth. And as Gary and I have done many, many times, we distilled everything that we researched down to simple formulas. Formulas like you'll experience if you decide to join us in our master lab in 2 weeks. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, so a bunch of you put down hashtag master lab in the comments.
Cool.
The master lab is called Money, Abundance, Spirituality, and the 10 Laws to Having All You Could Ever Want. It's going to be approximately 4 hours long, and will be jam-packed with abundance transforming content. We guarantee you that. We call it a master lab because we actually will be handing out what we call lab assignments that you'll go out and do, and you'll do some of them right during the actual training, where you'll actually go out to hack the infinity matrix and invite the abundance you want, desire, and deserve into your life. Okay, some of the lab assignments will go beyond the actual 4+ hour training. But you're going to start to see, by doing them, you're going to start to notice and experience some shifts and changes that are going on in your attraction to abundance in whatever format it shows up for you. Some of you will even experience noticeable shifts during the training. Okay, it'll be on May the 26th from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Pacific time. Here's a peek at what you'll get when you attend. Okay, you're going to activate and start mastering your inner blueprint for abundance. You're going to uncover how to naturally welcome a greater source of abundance into your life. Okay. And we know that many people experience feelings that, like Ross was saying, about fear, anxiety, or even deeply seated negativity when they think of money or abundance. And in this master lab, you will recode what money and abundance means to you and finally be in complete harmony with your new definitions, with your new experiences, with your new vibration. Okay. You'll also dissolve any of the common fears that you've been conditioned to have around earning, spending, and even debt. And then and get step-by-step instructions on what you need to do to align yourself with your natural state of free-flowing abundance. The 4 simple but powerful lab assignments will immediately bring you into complete peace and with the money and the opportunities that you have every day. You'll ignite skills that you didn't know you had in order to multiply the abundance and wealth that you allow into your experience of reality. Okay, and through those step-by-step lab assignments, you will break free. You'll break through the conditioned barriers. Like Ross was saying, you get that. He got to that barrier where it was like, oh, I got something bad's going to happen. That conditioned barrier, which has restricted your self-worth and what you've been capable of earning. Once you're free, you can create a lifestyle where you live on your terms. Right? Living your true, authentic living without compromise. You'll get a real life in present time measurement. We're going to do a real life process where you get a real in time measurement of what you've unconsciously set up as your true abundance allowance from the universe. Because we set these unconscious, like Ross said, these expectations of, what I'm worth, what I can have, what I'm comfortable with. We're going to give you a process where you're going to get in real time, get an idea of what that glass ceiling is, if you will. Okay. So this will help you to understand why you always seem to hit that glass ceiling for income and then fall back again and again, like Ross was talking about in his story. Okay. Once we're going to also help you to establish your own set of abundance habits, because I bet you didn't know that a lot of people who have abundance in their lives have habits of abundance, and that's why they keep having it. We're going to get you to establish your own set. All right. You'll bring to the surface of awareness all of the abundance sapping habits and trade them in for abundance attracting habits and keep the flow steady and consistent. And once and for all, you'll undo any conditioned programming for poverty and lack in your life. Okay. And before the training is done, you'll know how to permanently change your abundance blueprint and allow a natural flow of grace and elegance with abundance. Okay. We're also going to share some rarely revealed infinity matrix hacks to elevate your income and wealth and your wealth attraction in your life. And through the energetic shifts that occur from that, you can actually 3 to 10x your speed to your true and lasting abundance in any area of life you desire. Okay, so you're going to go out and program into your reality matrix the habits, the beliefs, the attitudes of truly happy and abundant people. Plus, there's going to be so much more jam-packed content into this Master Lab. If you'd like to know more about the details, if you haven't already done it, drop #MasterLab in the comments. And one of us will send you a direct message on Messenger in the next day or so. So keep your eye on the DMs for it. We're finalizing a few things on the registration page today and tomorrow, and then we'll be good to go.
That's very cool. This is going to be nice. Master Labs is a new series that we've started, and we are just pulling out all the stops. So we'll also give you an idea of what's to come for probably that what at least for the next year, because we've got them planned out for about a year's worth. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So
And
the
someone
best,
is asking, will it be recorded? Yes, it will. It'll be recorded and available for people that register for it. Yes.
yeah. So the best way to prepare yourself for what you have not yet received is by acknowledging that of what you have now, like the coins. It's a specific energy. It's with thoughts like things are always working out for me, or I don't know how it's going to get here, or when it's going to get here, or when it's going to come, or who's going to bring it. I just know it's going to. And that's enough. So remember, thoughts are powerful, but they do require actions. And we covered that back in episode 23, the formula for creating reality. This isn't, I'm not talking about sitting on the couch going, I want to be rich, I want to be rich, I want to be rich. It doesn't work. I'm sorry. Okay. So by using true statements and not lying to yourself, the subconscious mind will recognize and accept the coherence, as where a lie resonates on a very different frequency of lack, and which is definitely not the intention. So, thus, that signal is received by the infinity matrix and replicated accordingly. Mind your thoughts, mind your words, hold them close and keep them safe. They are your greatest power or your greatest weakness. But you can choose. So let me demonstrate. I hear this a lot. I want more money because I'm tired of being poor. I'm so broke. I need money. I want more money because I'm tired of struggling. So with these three comments, where's the emphasis, the emotion, the energy in these sentences? So giving me your idea of an alternative to these in the comments. Just a quick alternative, more empowering version of these three sentences. And while you're doing that, we'll continue on. So here's another example, okay, of breaking down your true resonance. So when the money isn't in the bank yet, and when you think of the money that isn't in the bank, you're thinking of the money that you don't have or want or need. You feel sad, empty, depleted, broke, and then you radiate that lack. So guess what disempowering code you are broadcasting, which in turn will be reflected back to your reality? Lack. So I hope you understand from the lesson in this segment that I didn't pick up 2 pennies. I picked up and absorbed their energy of abundance. You see, I understand that every flood starts with one drop. So when you look at the vibrational energy, you resonate with the energy within yourself. You'll feel wonderful. And when you feel wonderful, that's the condition that is necessary for thoughts to become reality. What you are feeling, emotion. Think about the way that it makes you feel when you take the money out of the equation and just put the emotion in the equation. Then you've got it. The money will follow. The joy will follow. Everything will follow the emotion, the energy. But you've got to find and you've got to be grateful for the emotional energy of abundance. regardless of what it is that you want to bring into your reality. So if you can feel this emotion before it shows itself to you, when it does show itself, you will feel it. You'll know it familiar. And after a while, you have this exponential momentum growing where you can't tell if you feel it or if it's showing itself to you because it's all flowing so rapidly, so beautifully. You'll be drinking from a wellspring of abundance. You at the choice convergence point of the matrix. And all of this, the cooperative components of all this, of the universe assisting you in the fulfillment of everything you want, where nothing is off limits. But I'll give you one word of caution before I finish. Setting parameters, guidelines, expectations, running around looking for it, measuring it, comparing it to something or someone, noticing you've got and what you don't got. When you do this, you can't move beyond the existence of where you are now. So just let it flow. Just let it happen. It's going to be amazing. And since you're in that flow state, side thing, how about flowing right into Saturday's Down the Rabbit Hole, our open discussions? Some of you are very familiar with it. We have a lot of regulars, and some this is brand new. And this is where Gary and I take off our talking heads and
Literally, take off our
you
heads, put it in.
and we have you do some of the talking and questioning and discussing about what matters the most to you. So it's Saturdays, Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. Pacific time. I think it's
I'm
running
gonna
at
put
the
it in the book.
bottom of
Yeah,
the screen.
it's coming there.
Okay, so you can register at hackingtheinfinitymatrix.com/rabbit hole. That'll just send you to a registration page for Zoom because this is all done on Zoom. And it's a lot of fun. And like I said, we have a lot of regulars, and it's just a full-on hour of good quality questions. Many times it's going to be questions about the previous live stream, so like today's topic. Sometimes it's something from months ago. I was watching a replay and
Always.
such. So come join
Yeah, it's
us
a really great community. People we're building up in that, getting together and having really great conversations every week.
for
So
sure.
Ross has gone through some elements of clearing beliefs that could be blocking you from an old blueprint of lack, and start to sketch out a new one for abundance. We definitely add so much more to that blueprint in the Master Lab and in our accountability and integration programs. So to send you off today, here's something for those of you that are sticking around. Here's some good stuff for you. To send you off with something you can wet your feet in the abundance pool with. I want you to choose a new core belief that is generic and represents the vibration of abundance you want to experience. Make it something simple, like like what Ross started with. Money is everywhere. I am truly abundant. I radiate abundance. Just pick one for now. No, just pick one short, simple, quick, general state around abundance. Could be something like, money comes easily to me. And of course, you can replace money with opportunities, success, ideal partner, ideal client. You could do perfect health, vitality, whatever you want. Okay. Pick the word or words that have the most charge for you. Whatever the word is, I want you to deeply consider and contemplate throughout your day. How does it feel to be that? How does it feel to be in a place where you radiate abundance, or where money comes easily to you, or your ideal partner shows up and they just fit, they check all the boxes? How does that feel? Okay, what's the essence of that? And what would it feel like when that money, success, health, and everything that would represent abundance if that was coming to you easily instead of being a struggle. I want you to consider that throughout your day. Now, use your new core belief statement as a declaration or invocation into the matrix. Ross and I are not very big on affirmations. We believe that you are either declaring your reality or you're invoking it. It's one of those two, right? That's where you'll be at your most powerful state. You're either declaring the reality or you're invoking it. So declare or use it as a declaration or an invocation to the matrix. Money comes to me easily, right? And let it, whatever your state, your phrase is obviously, let it trigger all the true feelings around abundance for you. Bring it into your heart until you can feel it aligning with your highest levels of joy and passion, bringing you unlimited money, health, gifts, friends, opportunities. All of this flowing easily and naturally all the time to you. And these feelings should be the essence of what abundance represents to you. Then to solidify and bring this belief into the third phase of believing now. Remember I talked about the different phases? So the believing now phase is where you create or come up with a metaphor or an image to represent abundance for you. For me, it's the mountains because I'm constantly surrounded by them. I look out the windows, they're all around. Wherever I go in any direction from where I'm at, they're there. Okay, so they act as a constant reminder for me from the matrix of the feeling and essence of abundance. It could be the ocean, it could be the sky, it could be, for those of you that have rainy weather, Seattle or UK, it could be rain, whatever it is.
I'm rich.
All right. Whatever it was to the posted at you posted at the beginning, like your city and what the abundance was around you in your city, it could be that. Okay. Whatever your metaphor is, take time and at least once per day connect with that abundance feeling when you see or notice that metaphor, and radiate that for 3 to 5 minutes straight. Just a 3 to 5 minute pocket of your day minimum. You can do it multiple times, but 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, and in that 3 to 5 minutes, close your eyes and imagine everything you can about claiming and living in that abundance. And just before you're done the 3 to 5 minutes, give thanks to the God force, to the universe, to all that is, whatever you call it, the life force that got you here, and say, thank you for the abundance that comes so easily to me. Thank it with that phrase. Okay? And that's a great way to hack, one tiny little way of hacking the infinity matrix for getting and receiving the abundance that you want, need, desire, and deserve. And that's our stream for today, everyone. Okay. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got some good stuff. Remember, if you want more info on the Master Lab, if you haven't already done it, hashtag Master Lab. One of us will reach out to you through Messenger. So keep your eye on Facebook Messenger for us, for our messages. If you want to have a great time on Saturday morning, come and join us down the rabbit hole. Okay. Live and interactive conversations. Go to hackingtheinfinitymatrix.com/rabbit hole and register for the Zoom link and jump on the call. We'll see you then. Till next time, we dare you to be exceptional. Implement what you learn and learn from what you implement. Be well, everyone. Till next time.
Thank you. Bye-bye.